Live with
And we're back from yesterday
yes, part two.
for the Disney Renaissance.
Yes. So
We might as well just dog. No.
today we will be talking about
Jerk.
Aladdin, Pocahontas, and The Lion King.
And we're focusing solely on the Disney Renaissance movies,
Yes.
not the ones that were animated beforehand, like Snow White, Rescuers, Alice in Wonderland.
Although we could talk about those at some point.
I mean, they do pop up in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Dog, will you stop it with like walking all over me? Come here, you rascal! I'm gonna smother you. I'm gonna smother you with love and pets. Mm-hmm.
You want anything to drink, like a water or something?
Yeah, I can take a water.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll start off with Aladdin. This is part two. We're talking about Aladdin,
Pocahontas and Lion King.
Okay, was it Lion King that came next before Pocahontas?
No, I think Pocahontas came first. I'll have to check.
Yeah, we gotta double check with this one. So Aladdin came first. This one, I know it best simply because of.
Oh, okay. So it's Aladdin, Lion King, and Pocahontas.
I thought that's what it was.
Okay.
So I remember Aladdin simply because of Robin Williams' genie. Let's be honest. And of course, also him as the merchant at the beginning of the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, your dog keeps wanting to like jump on me.
God, oh.
Man. You gotta chill out a little bit there, pup. No. But it ain't so cute and fluffy. I should get whatever I want.
But yeah, you can't really talk about Aladdin without talking about Robin Williams.
You really can't.
Yeah.
Because that was the only movie that Robin Williams did with Disney because they treated him so bad.
Yeah.
Like, they just screwed him over in every which way. It's like, really, you want to screw over the top-selling comic, the most widely known comic known to man.
Apparently Flubber is Disney.
Flubber's Disney too?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, apparently, like with this, Robin Williams like improvised so much of this movie that it actually was ineligible for Best Original Screenplay.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But he improvised so well. Like literally, I know this because in the beginning scene when he's the merchant, he's got all these things. Disney basically gave him a tray full of things, and he just started doing improv with them. It's like, which way? You want break? Dang, it broke. Literally something broke that he was using. And that's him. That's 100% him improvising right there. That's the sign of a great comic. You can take whatever and just make it funny.
Yeah.
And did you know he was actually on, what is it? Whose line is it anyway?
Oh, really?
He did an episode where he was the guest star, and he was absolutely hysterical. His best bit was superhero names with mental illnesses. And his was, I'm Captain Pernod. Oh, God.
But okay, which song would you say is of which of the Genie songs would you say is the best?
Friend Like Me
or Prince Ali?
Friend Like Me, 100%. Prince Ali was bombastic. It was fun. But Friend Like Me, just the very first song that he did that Genie does in the movie of Aladdin is by far the most memorable.
Yeah.
Now, Prince Ali was fun. It was a lot of fun. But you can tell it's like such a tall tale of shit. But with Friend Like Me, it stands the test of time ultimately. Because it's the one everybody knows.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, the Disney film favorite medley that I do, it has Friend Like Me.
Really?
Yeah, as well. one of it, and we go hard. Like it goes. It is such a jam piece. Bum 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 ba da ba da 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 ba da.
My favorite song in the movie is "One Jump Ahead."
Oh, One Jump Ahead's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's all right. But what? She want to go out?
No.
She wants attention.
Yeah.
But with
although I had to look up what a nom de plume was.
What the heck is it? Is that French? I think we do have to mention that Aladdin. Now there's two versions of Aladdin. This one. Just there's two different versions of Beauty and the Beast. What you want, pup?
And it's an assumed name by a writer instead of their real name. Oh, so
it's a pen name.
Okay.
Oh, it's French. It's French because nom is named in French. Nom de plume. Hey, get over here and get some loving, God damn it. You keep barking for attention and you're standing far away. You're like, yeah, I'm getting all this. You ain't getting nothing.
Yeah.
What is with you, pup? She wants center stage, huh?
Yeah.
She's a good girl. Look at her. She's happy. Mm-hmm. So, Aladdin, the movie Aladdin, draws quite a bit from the fairy tale from 1001 Arabian Nights, where the Aladdin story, the original Aladdin story, takes place in China.
Which is weird.
You want to talk about weird? When Aladdin meets Jasmine for the first time, he spies on her while she's taking a bath.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And what's even weirder than that, he literally finds out she's engaged to somebody else. So he sends her fiance out into the cold and being miserable, and he crawls into bed with her with a sword separating the two of them. Yeah. Talk about fucking weird. And she's so like scared and afraid that she literally doesn't say anything. Like and yet they still end up married. I'm like, what the fuck is with this dude? Like, are you kidding me? This guy's a straight up thief and a lazy bum. What does he do? Fucking do whatever the heck he wants, huh?
Yeah. Now, okay, as much as like I love this movie, there are a couple of things that I actually think the remake does better.
Really?
One, Aladdin is nicer to the genie.
I mean, I thought he was decent in the original, wasn't he?
I thought he came off as kind of a dick, honestly.
Okay, the first time, in order to get out, he had to pull a little bit of street smarts, like, you're talking to Tall Tale. He's like, excuse me. That was a little bit of a dick move right there.
Yeah. Also, one of my biggest issues, or I guess plot holes, with the original movie is the entire time I'm just like, why doesn't Aladdin just wish for the law to be changed?
Well, I think the thing is that you have to find a way to change it yourself. I guess the point of the movie was like, yeah, you could wish to have the law changed, but it might be easier if you tried to change it yourself, because there's some things, the magic here wouldn't be useful.
Yeah, and then at the end, Sultan's like, oh, right, I'm the Sultan. I can just change this.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what?
Yeah, and he changes it at the end as well.
Like,
hey, you're the one that's hogging the seat there, Belle. You're the one that's hogging the seat right there. Oh, is she trying? What happened to her?
She had a hot spot. Yeah.
I think she keeps trying to lick it or something like that.
Yeah. I had a cone on her for a while, so.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't lick it.
Nope.
I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna sit right over here.
Do I need to put the cone back on you?
No cone, please. No cone. I don't want the cone. I just want to be cute and fluffy. Be loved by everybody. But anyways, yeah. At the end of both movies, the Sultan changes the law. I'm like, this dude just.
Yeah, but at least like in the remake, Genie actually brings up the notion of like, hey, if all you have to do is just wish for the law to be changed, and I'll do it.
Right. And that would be an easy out, but it's like, you gotta put in some work. And that's what I think everyone is like. If they got a genie, they'd be like, "Oh, I'll just wish for this, that, and the other." Like for instance, I've got. Well, we might as well do this. If you had a genie, what would your 3 wishes be?
I don't even know.
Okay, because I know what my first wish would be. Yeah. My first wish would be that whenever I open my wallet, the exact change I would need for any purchase is there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter the size of the purchase, it is right there in cash.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would wish for fortune.
Yeah, a lot of people, but they would say, I want $100 million. Well, now they blow through it.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm like, I just need this, that, and the other.
Yeah. Another edge that I think the remake has over the original is I know a lot of people don't like Jafar in the remake, and I kind of have to disagree because the thing with Jafar, in the live action movie, he's a lot less over the top and more grounded in reality.
Yeah,
I like that.
Honestly, I like the animated version because he's just so much more cartoonishly evil. Well, really?
No. Okay.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, she was not on the keypad. All right, so you're getting cookies. I'm going to sit down right here because this one decided that she's going to hog up. It's right here. Come here. Come here. Get in the picture. Okay, so I honestly like Jafar because he's so cartoonish. He's so cartoonishly evil that it's like, yeah, I want him to fail. I want him to lose everything. And I think that's honestly a really good thing for it to happen. But let's see.
Yeah. Also, if you notice, in the live action movie, Jafar was onto Aladdin's scheme from the very beginning.
Well, you want to know what the funny thing is? In the original fairy tale, there's no Jafar in the story.
Oh, really?
But there's a magician. There's a magician that is told of riches that he can have that are completely his. But he has to get Aladdin to open the Cave of Wonders. And this guy literally wants everything. He wants the lamp. But he wants all the power that comes with the lamp. So he, let's see. He gets Aladdin, and then somehow he manages to get everything he wants. He becomes Sultan, gets the princess, but is ultimately undone by Aladdin's trickery and his own greed for power, just like Jafar was. But of course, instead of a pet bird that this guy had, he had a pet monkey, who was his best friend.
And Aladdin was the one who had the bird?
Aladdin actually didn't have a boo
Oh.
in the fairy tale. Yeah. The monkey, Abu, was like the magician's best friend, and it wasn't Abu. I don't think they mentioned the monkey's name. They just said he's got a pet monkey. I'm sure people ask like, well, "What's the name of the monkey?" I don't freaking know. But honestly, you can't. This movie, it wouldn't be as good as it was if it wasn't for Robin Williams.
Right.
Like you could have as stellar of a cast as possible.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a great comic relief like Robin Williams, the movie wouldn't have held up so well.
Right.
So that I honestly equate that to when people think of Robin Williams, they're gonna think of Aladdin,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the only reason that the movie was good. I still remember. Anyways, we need to jump on to the next one.
Lion King.
This one, I grew up with this one. This one was like Hamlet. It was like Hamlet for kids, basically. That's all it was. And the most famous intro that every millennial, every parent does. Like, I kid you not. I went to a minor league ball game not this past weekend, the weekend before, to visit my brother down in Virginia. We went to a minor league ball game.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that they did was the Simba cam.
I would totally be the type of person who would have my kid baptized to the circle of life.
Well, here's the thing. The Simba cam was basically just, they get their kid and they pick them up. And some of these kids were like, preteens, and dad still picked up, like, "Ah!" And everyone's going nuts. It was freaking. And of course, that's like, you do have to mention, like the cast that was. Come here, Papa, come here,
Come here.
You do have to mention the all-star cast
Yeah.
that is in this movie. Like, for God's sakes, you got James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones. Okay, let me say this one more time with my face on the screen. James Earl Jones as Mufasa. I think, did you have Whoopi Goldberg as like one of the hyenas?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. I can't remember the hyena's name, but it's the female hyena.
Shenzi.
Yeah, Shenzi. And then you also got Jeremy Irons as Scar. And I think Jim Cummings was also in there as providing the singing voice.
Yeah. See, the thing is that
but it's done so well, like it's hard to hear.
Yeah.
It's like,
you're
the one that's barking for attention and affection. Get over here.
Jeremy Irons sang the first half of the song.
Yes.
But then he threw out his voice, and Jim Cummings took over.
Yeah.
And I actually got the chance to meet Jim Cummings.
I know.
He's a really nice guy.
You want to know what is crazy to me? I do have to mention Jim Cummings because of, Lion King.
Mm.
What I honestly thought,
I think Jim Cummings also voices Ed.
Ed? From Ed, Ed, and Eddie?
No, from Ed, one of the hyenas.
Oh, okay, yeah. I can see it.
Yeah.
But he was also... I watched the original Jungle Book, from 1967. And I swear to God, I thought Khan... Yeah. What is the boa constrictor named Khan? I think
Ka.
Ka, that's it. Yeah. Shere Khan. Ka. The boa constrictor Ka, I thought it was Jim Cummings. No,
it's Sterling Holloway.
Yeah. Who was the original voice of Winnie the Pooh?
Who Jim Cummings would eventually take over for.
Yeah, he passed the torch to Jim Cummings.
Yeah.
I was like, they sound so similar. The fact that I literally thought it was Jim Cummings, I was like, dude, this guy is still kicking. And almost like 60 years later, how old is this guy?
Yeah, I had no idea Jim Cummings could even sing like that.
Oh yeah, he's good. He is really good. Yeah. But of course, you can't talk about the movie without mentioning the thing. Nobody knows the words except for this one. Pink pajama bottom. Pink pajama, pink pajama bottom.
Yeah, and apparently, like those African chants have like English lyrics.
They do.
Yeah.
I don't know them, but I remember in high school, a buddy of mine said, "Yeah, here's the thing when it comes to the circle of life: pink pajama bottom. I challenge you to hear anything but that." And I went back to watch the Lion King. I'm like, he's right. Now I can't hear nothing but pink pajama bottom. And then pink pajama bottom. And this is for the internet right there. Congratulations. Try watching the intro to the Lion King, the animated Lion King, and being like, I can't hear anything but pink pajama bottom right now. I can't hear it.
My favorite song from this movie is, well, okay, it's tied between Be Prepared and I Just Can't Wait to Be King.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But I dare say there is a third contender.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, Hakuna Matata. But actually, there's also a fourth. What was it? Shoot.
I'm not a fan of Can You Feel the Love Tonight.
Yeah, that was the Elton John song.
Yeah.
Can you feel the love tonight? Imagine singing that to a single guy. It's like, no, I can't. I'm single. I got nobody, dude. I got nobody. But Just Can't Wait to Be King is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
Yeah.
Belle, I see you.
What I find to be like interesting about like
It's over there.
I Just Can't Wait to Be King is that it's kind of like a polar opposite to Be Prepared.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Be Prepared is basically like, I'm going to take over and I'm ready for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Just Can't Wait to Be King thinks, oh, everything's so easy. It's like, you are a little kid. You think all these responsibilities are going to be easy? No! You freaking moron. You are a child. You are a little child. Oh, yeah. And also, Mr. Beans is Zazu.
Yeah.
He's so freaking awesome. He's so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Well, because, you didn't think about licking it.
If you think about it, Scar is technically what the kind of king that Simba would have been if he had stayed at Pride Rock.
Yeah. Yeah, because Mufasa probably would have stuck around, but he would have eventually passed everything to Simba, and then Scar would have to go after Simba.
Yeah.
So either way, Simba had to leave Pride Rock. A kid has to leave home and find his own way. But what's funny is that actually, the Lion King, I have to mention this. The Lion King is a ripoff of an anime.
Oh, Kimbo the White Lion.
Yeah, Kimbo the White Lion.
Yeah.
Everybody knows, and yet Disney's like, yeah, we did that. It's like, and you guys don't even. You guys are mean. Gave her a squeaky toy. That's the thing. Whenever I come across a squeaky toy, I'm like, it has to pass the squeak test. It has to, because otherwise she's gonna. It's like it needs the squeaky. It wants the squeaky. Give up the squeaky. She's trying to hold on to it. Oh, look at this. Y'all can't see this, but she is holding on for dear life to the squeaky. She wants the squeaky, man. Like, I want the squeaky. No one else is allowed the squeaky.
Okay.
Honestly, we should also there's other Lion King movies like Lion King 1.5,
Which is, honestly, I think that's actually the best of the Lion King sequels.
There was Lion King 2, which I was like, meh. Come on, give it up, give it up, give it up. So yeah, I watched Lion King 2. I looked at it and said, okay, now it's just fucking Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Come on.
Which, okay.
I'll give it.
If Lion King was supposed to be Hamlet and Lion King 2 is Romeo and Juliet,
Mhm.
then is 1.5 supposed to be A Midsummer's Night Dream?
Was that what it felt like? Because I never saw it. But anyways, we should also mention that the live action version of
Yes.
Lion King.
Yes.
I was not a fan of this one. Got it. Took it. I was not a fan of the live action one simply because they did two things that really irritate me. I liked the song Be Prepared. So when I found out it's going to be in the movie, sweet. But then they cut it down.
Yeah.
They cut it down significantly. I'm like, this is not cool.
Yeah.
This is not cool at all, bro.
One thing that actually bothered me about the original Lion King that I thought the remake actually did well was they fixed the Oasis.
Really?
Yes. Because, like, you watch the original Lion King and he gets the Oasis and you're just like, why are there no other animals in here? Like,
Oh, yes. Because, I mean, he grew up to be strong. It looks like, yeah, he had a hearty meal of, like, he couldn't have just survived on bugs, man.
yeah.
He had to have had
Yeah.
something else, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that there was also other animals in there, it's like, okay, that's good, because there are supposed to be other animals in this oasis.
Yeah.
But I honestly enjoyed the original. The remake, I was like, it was okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed it more than most people, honestly.
Hey, that's to each their own,
Yeah.
I say. To each their own. But in all honesty, I thought the original was really, really good. I didn't think it needed like any more, and Lion King 2 was like, meh. But anyways, we're focusing on the Disney Renaissance.
Yeah.
Honestly, I liked the music in this one.
Yes.
I liked the music in this one because it was different. It wasn't what I was used to. Yeah, Aladdin's music was good. It felt Arabic. But this one definitely felt like it was different. Like completely different because it was like everyone knows of the the Arabic culture, but in terms of an African culture, this one was focused on animals, but you felt like this is whole different. Like you felt a culture and a sense of like pride in people's like we're gonna show off the African culture in this one. I was like, this is pretty cool.
Speaking of going back to Aladdin a little bit, I think I actually prefer Will Smith's version of Arabian Nights much more than the original.
Oh yeah, was it like a hip hop version of Arabian
Kind
Nights?
of, yeah.
Well, he did do hip hop and a little bit of rap for a while.
Yeah.
But he didn't cuss in his, so he as means to stand out.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, yeah, I guess that would be a good way to go about it.
And I loved Naomi Scott's song, Speechless.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I know the speech. I think I'm familiar with another form of Speechless, but not that one.
Yeah.
But
we're talking about Lion King.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Lion King here. Well, let's see. I felt like Lion King was good, but if I were to compare it to Beauty and the Beast, it's like, it's still a little bit of a ways off. It was good. It's well remembered. It even spawned a friggin' Broadway musical, which was awesome.
And 2 TV shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One was
a Timon and Pumbaa show.
Yes, I remember watching that one when I was a little kid, catching odd episodes here and
then there was The Lion Guard, which I enjoyed. I thought it was all right.
Yeah, I was like, oh, The Lion Guard. I didn't have Disney Plus or Disney. I don't have Disney Plus, and I don't have the Disney Channel, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But let's see. Next one that we would talk about is Pocahontas.
Oh boy.
This one I only remember the song "Colors of the Wind."
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember from this. as well as the raccoon and the main villain. That's just like obsessed with gold. That's it.
Every time I watch this movie, I like struggle to pay attention.
Honestly, it was to tell the story of Pocahontas.
But it's like, are you doing Pocahontas or are you doing Romeo and Juliet?
Honestly, it was. I was like, man, I don't know what to make of this. It was nice to see Native American, and the way, because they wanted to be accurate to how it was before the Europeans came over and tried to and settled the land.
Yeah, and it's nice to see Native Americans with like actual clothes on.
Yes.
I'm looking at you, James Cameron.
When did you do that? Was it Avatar?
Yes.
Oh my god. Naked blue people. Freaking naked blue people. It's like, okay, do we have to see everything? No. Put a dang pair of pants on. I mean, look at this. Look at this. You see what I got on, James Cameron? You think you can put some of that in there? These are called blue jeans. Pants.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
Especially when you have like a bunch of like kids running around. Like, it's uncomfortable to see them naked. Like,
yeah, you're seeing everything. It's like, come on, man. At least put on a jock strap.
God. But we're getting off topic.
Yeah, that's Avatar we're talking about.
That's just one thing that bothers me about those movies.
Yeah. Well, there was also the point where the chief tries to marry off Pocahontas to like their best warrior, thinking it'll be a good match. It's like, we don't know anything about this guy.
Yeah.
We got no idea who the heck this guy is.
Also, it's kind of scary how similar Radcliffe is to Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I can see that. We're gonna find the gold. It's gonna be the most amount of gold ever. It's gonna be the goldiest gold that you have ever golden seen. I swear to God, whenever I do that, it's like people start laughing. It's like,
oh,
come on,
God.
that's how he acts. That is totally how he acts. But yeah, with Radcliffe, he was like obsessed with gold. And then John Smith.
Although Mine, Mine, Mine is a good song.
I don't remember that one. Is that Radcliffe's song?
Yeah.
Okay, Mine, Mine, Mine. Oh, like everything is his? Yeah. Or is it just we're mining?
Something like that.
So, which one is it? Is it his, or we're mining?
We're mining.
Okay. Because I was like, it's something like that. I'm like, which one? Creamity! Oh,
God.
Honestly, I kind of forgot about this movie. But I will say,
I just found it to be incredibly boring.
I honestly found the sequel to be a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
The sequel was a little bit more fun, but that's because Pocahontas was taken to England. Because, well, and she didn't live very long because she wasn't fully vaccinated from the smallpox and measles. Like, she only knows the, what is it? She only knows, Native, America.
Yeah, but, the only thing about the sequel is that, they had to include a forced message about animal rights.
Yeah. Which is like, dude, just leave the animals alone.
Yeah.
Like, just leave them alone and stuff. Except for flies and spiders. Get rid of those fuckers. Flies suck. Spiders suck. Actually, no. Spiders help get rid of flies, especially when they're in the house. It's like, ooh, free snack time.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of this one.
Yeah, this one was okay in my opinion. But I only remember for the song Paint with All the Colors of the Wind. That's the only song that I think anybody's going to remember.
Well, that and probably Savages, still.
Savages? Man, I don't even remember Savages. Yeah. Okay, I think we got through all three of those.
Yeah.
There wasn't a whole lot to talk about with these ones,
No.
which is kind of sad, but we're going to have a lot more to talk about. Or do you think we could probably talk about one more?
We could talk about one more.
Okay, so the next one after Pocahontas is
what is
and of course Pocahontas is based on the real life woman Pocahontas.
Ooh, next one up is Hunchback.
Yes, this one we can talk about.
Yes.
This one was so good. So good.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how awesome it is to hear Hellfire in Latin? Frollo's character. Oh my god.
Now, okay, something interesting about this movie in particular is that it originally almost had a completely different voice cast.
Really?
Yeah. Like they almost had Anthony Hopkins as Frollo.
Oh, that would have been so hard. That would have been like absolute bonkers.
Meatloaf as Quasimodo.
Meatloaf was Quasimodo?
Yeah, which as soon as I heard that, all I could think was just Quasimodo just randomly bursting out the song, I'd do anything for love.
And I would do anything for love. What would you come outside? But I won't do that. But honestly, that would have been interesting. However, I do know the Hunchback of Notre Dame, again, a famous French story.
And it's one of Disney's like darkest movies.
Darkest?
Wow.
Really? The darkest one? I thought it was like solid. Okay, you know what? It did help me realize that people are different, but we gotta accept them for being different. So I guess it is a little bit darker.
Yeah. Now I know like people are like mixed on the Gargoyles.
I liked the Gargoyles.
Yeah.
I honestly enjoy them because I was a little kid when this came out. So I was like, I needed the comic relief. I needed to laugh. But the thing that with this French story is that the Hunchback of Notre Dame, the ending is actually completely different in the story. Yeah. And it's
Doesn't
that
he, like die?
Well, Phoebus turns in Esmeralda. Esmeralda gets burned at the stake as a witch, and Quasimodo dies and remains in the bell tower, dying of a broken heart.
Oh.
Because he loved her, and Phoebus just went about his day and married another woman.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow. But of course, Disney had to Disneyfy this one.
Yeah.
Because, but it's still such a good song, and we have to mention one of the best songs.
The soundtrack to this movie goes so hard.
I have it on cassette. I still have it on cassette. It's so good. And this is for all those kids that eventually watch us. Cassette is like a little tape, like what Peter Quill had in his little Walkman, where you clicked play, and it just went right to the songs, like on and on and on. But the best song, what was it? It was a duet sort of thing. It was one song that led into another.
It was Heaven's Light and Hellfire.
No, it wasn't Heaven's Light and Hellfire. No. This was an early on in the movie where Quasimodo is asking Frollo if he can go outside for the festival.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it was stay in here, and eventually it transitioned right into the next song, like right after it went. One day out there.
Yeah.
Just to live one day out there. My God, there was a point where I had YouTube. I put as an app for my PS5, and I just started playing that one on loop because it was so good. It was so good, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and like Frollo is easily one of Disney's like best villains.
Oh, easily. He's evil just for the sake of being evil, but he thinks he's being righteous because he's a part of the church, which is something that Disney didn't have to explain or anything. Just that Disney said, "Hey, they didn't have to give us a whole history lesson, but sometimes the church went after people that they thought were witches simply because they lived a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that they don't explain it. You just get immediate sense this guy is bad. And the other ones in the paper, and like they show it in his clothes. If you notice, he's got darker clothes. Frollo has black and red clothes on, which is a little bit more demonic.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the papacy, the church, has like white with like a lot of white. So it's like, oh shit, look at the standings. Like you can immediately tell this guy's the bad guy.
Yes. Yes. And that opening number, Bells of Notre Dame.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. To establish the whole story. This whole movie, I am legitimately excited that we are ending this episode with this one, and we're doing these 4 in the next 3.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, Pocahontas was, let's see, Aladdin was good, so was Lion King, but to end it with Pocahontas on this episode just didn't feel right. It felt like a downgrade.
Yeah.
But to end it on a freaking Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yes! This is what got, this is like just, whenever we would go on road trips, we would always bring that cassette because we were little kids and Mom was like, they're getting into this and she was just happy and we were like, we had so much fun. My brother and I were singing back and forth. And he was the kid that was in choir. And then, look at me. I'm the one that does instruments and choir now. But this movie was so good. Oh my gosh. So freaking on it. So freaking good. And of course, the ending is great too, where he actually goes outside and people accept him, which is like a huge contrast from when he first went out there. And he was, made to be the king of fools and was mocked and ridiculed. Yeah. And he just wanted to be accepted. But it wasn't until, a little girl was like, saw him as just another human being, just a deformed human being, that he was accepted. And of course the song at the end goes right back to the Bells of Notre Dame with the big question: who is the monster and who is the man? Which is like, it's so cool to see because someone might have a rough exterior, but they're kind. Where someone may look like you and seem to have a kind exterior, but they're a monster. And I think this is honestly such a solid movie that I was like, if I have the chance, I will go back and watch this over and over again.
I love this
simply
movie.
Because Esmeralda, she kicks ass, dude. Yeah. She's not so much a damsel in distress as she's just like, she stands up and fights.
Yeah, and also like the fact that a lot of the themes in this movie can relate to like what's going on today.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Like it's nuts, it's wild. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But I've run out of things to talk about with this movie just because it was so freaking good. I'm like, I don't know if I quite have the words for it, but this is such a fun freaking movie. I didn't see this in theaters. I think I was still too young to go to the theaters, so I saw it on VHS and I was like, wow, this is awesome. I think that's what I sounded like when I was younger. I can't be sure. I probably was like, wow, this is cool. Oh, okay. Let's see. So next we have part 3, which we might not get out for a little while because I'm going to be out of town.
Yeah, and the next part we're going to be talking about Hercules, Mulan, and Tarzan.
Oh yeah, we're finishing it strong. Yeah. We're finishing it strong.
I cannot wait to talk about Tarzan.
Oh, Hercules was my stuff. Hercules was awesome. So was Mulan.
Yeah.
Freaking, there are so many good songs. I still bang out. What is it? It wasn't the big Hercules song.
Go the Distance.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Along with Mulan's big song, and then Tarzan. Oh my God! Yes, I'm looking forward to the next time we record.
Yeah, which we'll have to figure out when that's going to be.
Yes, we will be in communication. We will try to get it out ASAP, but it's probably not going to be for at least. I would say it's probably not going to happen for at least a week or so. Mm-hmm. Well, possibly by Wednesday. Wednesday
Okay.
it would probably be the earliest. Not this Wednesday, next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But thanks for coming.
Mhm.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And join the Discord.
And we will talk with y'all later.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. See ya.